What's cracking, guys? Bruce Matson here, your host of the show, and we're doing another prospect breakdown. Today, we're going to cover a big recruit for the Buckeyes. 5-star prospect, top wide receiver in the country, true freshman, Emeka Ebuka. I know he's a stud. Watched him on tape. I'm really excited to go through the highlights with you, and I'm really excited to go through his prospect profile. From all the receivers I've looked at so far, I'm really excited about him. Let's dig into his prospect profile. Let's see what he's about. All right, guys, we're on his prospect profile on 247 Sports. You can always look that up online. But as we can see here, 5-star receiver. There's only 2 of them in the country. He's one of them, and he's rated number 1 in both the composite and their standard rankings. That means big-time recruit. They like him a lot. We like him a lot. Ohio State fans like him a lot. There's a lot of buzz surrounding Emeka Ebuka, and I'm excited about him. 6'1", 190, so he's in that steady range that we're seeing him come out of the draft at. Around 6 foot, 6'1"-ish, around 195, 190, 205 range. That is becoming the new mold for wide receivers. Makes sense. These wide receivers have a little bit of size to them while being able to run fast, have good short area quickness, and have those sudden movements. It makes sense. They can get those yards after the catch, running through contact, and have enough speed to burn defenses. Emeka Ebuka has that. Let's look at some of the schools that were all over him. And as you can see, just from the top here, looks like Alabama and Ohio State both wanting him, which is a good sign. Ohio State signed him. Alabama was also on his tails. All the Power 5 schools, all the SEC schools, you're seeing them right down. Florida, Auburn, Georgia, Big Ten schools. Everybody wanted this guy. Of course, you're rated the top guy in the nation. Everybody wants you. You don't see very many ancillary jabronis here because the small schools know they're not going to land him. Why waste your time? Why waste those resources? This guy's so good, he's not going to go to you. You're not going to get that lucky. Ohio State landed him over some of these big dogs. Buckeye fans should be very excited. I'm very happy. I'm a Buckeye fan myself. From Ohio. Got an Ohio t-shirt on, representing right now. But I look at these prospects very objective because that's just how we do it here. Looking at his athletic metrics, 4.42 40-yard dash. Very, very, very good for a high school recruit. This is at the National Combine. This is very good. Usually you got these prospects landing around the 4.5, 4.6 range. And usually their times are vastly different when it comes to the Combine. He's already shown you that he's got speed to burn. I love the vertical here, 35.10 inch. Means he's got burst, means he can accelerate. Also shows that he can climb the ladder, make those jump balls happen, outleap defenders. I like that a lot. 4.19 shuttle shows that he's got good short area quickness, can run in a phone booth per se. I like everything that I'm seeing so far, and we haven't even got to the tape. When we look at who he's compared to, per 247 Sports, they say Juju Smith-Schuster. I kind of disagree with that due to the athleticism. I think Emeka Ebuka is faster, more explosive, more twitchy per se. When it comes to just straight play, they're both very aggressive at the catch point. They're both very aggressive getting in and out of their breaks. So there are some similarities, but I think there are some vast differences when it comes to athleticism. Smith-Schuster right now is about 15 to 20 pounds thicker, so there's some differences there. Usually when I make comparisons for players at the same position, I really want their height and weight to be very similar, at least within 5 pounds or so, and the height within an inch to a half inch, because if they're way off on size, then how can you compare them? Because they're really just different people from that standpoint. And then from there, it's athleticism, then their skills and traits on the field. But there is some similarities, but I think they're a little bit different athletically and in size. Similar in height, though. It doesn't mean Emeka Ebuka can't get there later on. I mean, he's only a true freshman. I imagine he'll put on some size going into his career. Let's look at his stats, and this is where he was balling out. Total 3,907 receiving yards throughout his career. That's nasty. 61 receiving touchdowns. You gotta think, most of these high schools, they're not equipped to pass the ball that well, and he's just balling out. A 1,400-yard year and a 1,600-yard year. 2 seasons back-to-back with over 20 touchdowns in the passing game. Very solid with Emeka Ebuka. Very solid. 61 total touchdowns and 74 tackles. You're going to see him play corner also in his highlight film, and those plays look good as well. There's nothing to really dog him on. I can't wait to look at the film. With that being said, let's pull up that film right now. All right, guys, got the highlights pulled up. Ready to dig in on this. Really, what I want you to think about when we're watching these highlights is look at his assertiveness. Look at his assertiveness when he's breaking off his routes. Look at how aggressive he is at the catch point. Look at his overall my ball mentality. Everything else is going to stick out like a sore thumb. His speed, his ball skills, his ability to break off routes. But I really want you to think about how aggressive this guy is, how he really wants to win on the field. I think that's a different characteristic that you see from out of him compared to other wide receiver prospects. But let's hit that tape. Let's hit that play button and let's roll. So he's very fun to watch. Watch this catch right here. Boop! Fingertip. Just bring that in, baby. And here we go. I think we're going to have another one here. Another one-hander. So let's pause this for a second. So we're already seeing ball skills on 2 plays, him bringing the ball just with one hand. That is something we're not seeing from many wide receiver prospects so far. Here's him in the open field, changing directions. Ooh, that's a pick. Look at that pick. I wasn't paying attention that well, but that's a pick, and that was nasty. He's got good ball skills on the defensive side of the ball as well. And he just has overall good natural instincts, knows where to go with the football. Here he circles out, which is a good thing. Strong hands. And once he puts that foot in the ground, he's just explosive and can change directions. There's just a lot of good things in his game. And if he sees open field, it's gone. He's just fast. And here's him at DB. Boom, reads the play, sees that wide receiver open up, reads the QB's eyes, and he hits it. He's just that's a natural feel of the game here. And look at him just weave in and out of these guys. Just weave out, showing his speed, showing his elusiveness, short area quickness. Let's watch this play here. Gets the ball right here on the flat. Weaving out. It's so much good speed here. And just working through tackles. It's just not even fair having him on the field at the high school level. He's so good. Just working the field again. Here he goes. Another catch. And just turns on that after boosters. See ya. Emeka Ebuka saying goodbye. Easy catch on the interception. He's gone. Another interception. He's gone. Like he's so good. He's just a natural athlete. Very aggressive at the catch point, as you see. Like, he is going to get that ball no matter what. Here he goes again. Boom. Let's see what he does. Whoop. Whoop. Gone. Look at that speed. Look at him being able to read the momentum of the defenders, know where to go instantly, and just find space. Look at him. Bam. Bringing him to the ground. This is an aggressive cat. Here he goes. Boom. Picks him up. Shovels this guy down to his back. Emeka Ebuka. He's aggressive. He wants to win at all costs. That is what I read from this guy. And another one just drags him down like a rag doll. I love his plays on defense. I don't really scout defensive players. I scout wide receivers, running backs, some tight ends, some quarterbacks. I can just tell that this guy is just on a different level. That speed is there. He has just a natural ability to read what's going on around him and just act on what's going on. And he's already showing up for the Buckeyes too. It's nasty in the spring game. It's been nasty in practices. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a good run as a true freshman. I haven't been really this excited for a wide receiver prospect for them in a long time. Here he goes in the open field. And just look at him maneuver through that spin out. He's strong, dude. He's strong. That is just nasty. Just carrying him. just carrying him. That's it on the highlight film. I don't really have anything negative to say about his game. I like everything. There's very few times when I look at a wide receiver prospect and I have trouble pinning out like negatives. Right here with Emeka Ebuka, I don't. I think I wish I could have seen a little bit more from like variations of routes. But however, to counteract that point, when I see him move on the field, how he's able to break off his breaks, his routes, his ability to move laterally, I think he'd just break off anything he really wants to. And he's very explosive. He's got the speed to get downfield. And when the ball's in the air, he's going to do whatever he can to make that catch at all costs. He climbs the ladder. He outjumps defenders. He'll get in their way. He'll put his body on the line. He does not care. And then when you see him on defense, you know he's not afraid of contact for sure, and you know he's aggressive. So immediately at the college level, that's going to stand out. That's going to stand out among all the other wide receivers there. And the ability of him to just cover so much ground at the drop of a hat is just going to be game-breaking for the Buckeyes. I like Marvin Harrison Jr., but Emeka Ebuka is on a different level. I like this wide receiver core a lot. Emeka Ebuka could show off his nastiness early as a true freshman. I hope he does. I like the veterans, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. This freshman's on a different level. He's different. He can really be explosive. He can make plays. This guy's a playmaker. I think they really need to get him into the offense as soon as possible. I love Marvin Harrison Jr. too. This offense, these receivers are only going to get better from here. They're going to continue to add talent. Once we're out of 2021, things are going to get really spicy in 2022. This is when we're really going to see him infusing the offense, when there's more opportunity for snap share, for snaps overall, because the veterans will be out. Garrett Wilson may not be there. This is his junior year. He could be out year 3. We don't know. But this is just an amazing stack of wide receivers for Ohio State. Emeka Ebuka, I could see him tearing things up as a freshman. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for Buckeye fans. I'm a Buckeye fan. I'm excited. I'm not a homer. I'm actually pretty hard on Buckeyes. A little harder on them, but that's because I expect a lot out of them. But I want to thank you for watching the show, sticking with me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out, because I'm going to bring you these player profiles all year long. I'm also delivering fantasy football advice on this channel. So a lot of football coming your way, a lot of videos. You're getting 2 to 5 to 7 videos a week, maybe more sometimes. So there's a lot of value in that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out, and I'll catch you next time.